Donald Peterson presents The True Adventures of Junior G-Men. The Junior G-Men are on the air, speeding your homes, ready for action. Stand by. All Junior G-Men, stand by. Stand by for the thrilling details of the mystery of Cemetery Hill. Calling all Junior G-Men. Stand by for reporter Junior G-Man Jerry Knox concerning the mystery of Cemetery Hill. Report number 936 in 3 parts is given by operator Jerry Knox of Berkeley. Part 2.
The other night I told you about old Joe Larkin, the caretaker of the graveyard atop Cemetery Hill, and how I happened to be at the station when his brother Charlie arrived in Berkeley. I recognized him right away because he looked so much like Joe, only he didn't have a heavy beard and didn't wear glasses. Now, Joe had told me that his brother had been mixed up with some gangsters and that they were after him. He also told me that he and Charlie had never gotten on very well. You see, they weren't a bit alike. For instance, Joe had never smoked in his life, while Charlie was a real heavy smoker. Now, right after Charlie arrived, I got a job and didn't get a chance to visit Joe once during the next 3 months. I heard that Charlie bought a car and that he and Joe were always out in it. In fact, they hadn't been seen by anyone in Berkeley in a good long time. Then one night, while on my way home, a car pulled up and a man asked me where I could find Charlie Larkin. I told him and then got to worrying about it because of what Joe had told me about Charlie's being in trouble with some gangsters. I told Dad about it that night, and we went to see Joe. Charlie had driven over to Greenwood in the car and hadn't gotten back yet. After I'd finished telling Joe what
those men did come here, Jerry, but they were friends of Charlie's. Whatever gave you the idea that they were gangsters?
Well, remember, you told me that Charlie had been in some trouble with gangsters, that they were after him, and that they were liable to...
yes, I remember. That was, let's see, well, it was before Charlie got here, wasn't it?
Yeah, that's right.
Well, that trouble wasn't nearly as serious as I thought it was. Charlie explained all about it. Oh, say, Jerry, will you open that door?
Oh, sure.
This rheumatism of mine's getting worse and worse.
Hello, Jerry.
Oh, who is it, Jerry? I can't see from here.
Why, it's Officer Brown.
Brown? Officer Brown?
That's right, Joe.
Well, come in. Come in. Don't stand there in the doorway.
Okay.
There, that's better. Now, what's on your mind?
Sorry, Joe, but I've got a little bad news.
Bad news?
Yes. Your brother Charlie.
Yeah, well, what about him?
He's dead, Joe. Charlie's dead.
Charlie? Dead? You mean...
It was an accident, Joe. He must have lost control of the car. At any rate, the car plunged through the rail fence along Valley Road.
Valley Road? Why, that's not more than a mile away.
That's right. It happened right there at the sharp turn. The car just smacked through the fence and landed in the valley below.
Say, officer, did anyone see the accident?
Not a soul.
And how'd you find out about it?
Well, a farmer by the name of Barker happened to notice that the rail fence had been smashed. He looked down into the valley, saw the car, and ran down to see if anyone had been hurt. Of course, he found Charlie. But it was too late. He'd been killed instantly. Barker got in touch with us, and we investigated right away.
And you're sure it was an accident?
Well, reasonably sure. Of course, we haven't had the medical examiner's report yet. He's at the morgue right now, performing an autopsy on the body, and... Hey, that reminds me, Joe. You'll have to drop around to the morgue and identify the body. You know, the regular procedure.
Yes, I know, the regular procedure.
But look here, Jerry. Why did you ask if we were sure there was an accident?
Those men.
What men? What men are you talking about?
Well, I was on my way home tonight. A car pulled up alongside of me. There was a bunch of men in it, and one of them asked me where Charlie Larkin lived. And I told him. He laughed and said, "Well, now, ain't that convenient? Ain't that convenient?"
I wonder what he meant by that.
And so do I. He looked like a gangster, too. And so did the rest of them. Gosh,
But I told you, Jerry, those men were friends of Charlie's. They happened to be passing through town, and, well, they just dropped in to say hello. That's all there was to it.
Now, wait a minute, Joe. There may be something in what Jerry said. Have you ever seen these men before?
Why, no, but I...
Then you can't be sure that they really were friends of Charlie's. They could have been enemies, and...
And what looks like an accident now might turn out to be murder.
Murder? Murder?
Of course. You can never tell about a case like this. Now, look here, Jerry. I want you to get down to headquarters and tell the chief the same story that you...
Well, Dad and I drove to police headquarters. I told the chief the whole story.
And you say that Joe at one time mentioned the fact that Charlie had been mixed up with gangsters?
That's right. And Joe believed it was because Charlie was trying to hide from these gangsters that he came to Barkley.
I see. Well, it's possible you've uncovered something, Jerry. And yet I can't help but believe the whole thing is just what it appears to be, an accident. After all, there have been a good many accidents just like this one in the same place. I've often said that curve in Valley Road should be eliminated. Far too sharp to negotiate safely. And that rail fence, there might just as well be no fence at all.
Yeah, that's right. It probably was an accident, all right. Maybe I shouldn't have mentioned those fellows in the car. I'm sorry.
No, wait a minute. Don't get that impression, Jerry. You were perfectly right to tell us about those men. And we're always glad to get information like that. You never can tell when a little tip like that will bring about the solution of a crime. And remember, we haven't had the medical examiner's report yet. We're still merely guessing.
Yes, I know, but...
Come in.
Say, Chief, I'm sorry. I didn't know you were busy.
It's all right, Phillips. Come in. This is Jerry Knox and his dad, Detective Phillips. Now, Phillips, what's on your mind?
Well, Chief, medical examiner's report on that Larkin case came through.
Fine. What does he say?
Doggone little, if you ask me. He's not committing himself one way or another.
What do you mean?
Well, after all this time, he finally admits that Charlie Larkin's dead, all right, but the death was caused by a heavy blow on the head.
Well, that's something anyway. What else did he say?
That the blow could have been caused during the accident, and probably was. There's also the possibility that the blow was struck before the accident, and that Charlie Larkin was already dead before the car crashed through the fence.
In other words, we can take our choice.
That's about the size of it.
That's fine. That's just fine.
What happens now?
I don't know what to say, to tell you the truth. I suppose we could call it an accident and let it go at that. Since it'd be the easiest thing to do. And yet the easiest thing isn't always the best thing. Tell you what, Phillips. Get a line on Charlie Larkin's past. Where he's lived, his former friends and enemies. Check every lead you can get, and then report to me.
Okay. That's the way you want it?
Yes.
Only it seems like a waste of time to me. I'm sure it was an accident.
And I'm almost sure. Until I'm absolutely sure, the case is open for investigation. Understand?
Yeah, I understand. I'll get working on it right away.
All right. On it, boy. You might start by getting Charlie's former addresses from Joe. If anyone knows them, he ought to.
That's right. Well, good night, all.
Good night, Phillips. Well, Jerry, we don't know much more than we did before we got the medical examiner's report, do we?
Well, no, sir, we don't. But, gosh, I sure hope I haven't caused you a lot of extra trouble.
No trouble at all, Jerry. After all, if this thing should turn out to be a murder, the department would owe you a vote of thanks for having helped them avoid making a mistake. I'll tell you what you do. You just run along home, and if I should be yours...
And that's the way things stood for the next few days. Then one night, almost a week later, I was in my room doing my homework when I heard the doorbell ring. Dad went to the door, let someone in, and then a few seconds later called me down and needed Mr. Brown.
Hello, Jerry. Well, I'm mighty glad to know you.
I'm glad to know you, sir.
Well, Jerry, I'm a private detective. I understand you're the lad who's so interested in the Larkin case.
It sounds like you've been talking to the chief of police.
Well, to tell you the truth, I have had a little talk with the chief. That's how I happened to hear about you. He told me all about you.
Did he tell you that I stirred up a lot of trouble about this Larkin case?
No, he didn't say anything like that at all. He said that you were a bright young fellow, a junior G-man, and that you and I should get together because we shared the same opinion.
What do you mean?
Well, you think it quite possible that Charlie Larkin was murdered, don't you, Jerry?
Yes, I do.
And so do I. You see, Jerry, I represent the Lincoln Life Insurance Company. I'm a kind of special investigator.
Oh, I see.
Now, Charlie Larkin's life was insured by my company, insured for the amount of...
$25,000.
Oh, so you know about it.
Yeah. Charlie told me the day he arrived in Barkley.
And did he also tell you who was to get the money if he happened to die?
Well, yes, he did. He told me that Joe would get the money. Is that right?
Yes, that's absolutely right. Now, there was a clause in Charlie's policy in which it was stated that if he were to meet death as the result of an accident, the amount of his insurance would be doubled. In other words, if it's proven that Charlie was killed in an accident, Joe, his brother and beneficiary, would collect $50,000.
Gosh, that's a lot of money.
It certainly is. And there are a lot of men in this world who'd commit murder for a good deal less.
In other words, you think Joe might have killed his brother?
Now, wait a second. I haven't said that I believe Joe killed his brother,
But you have your suspicions.
Well, maybe I have, and maybe you can help me.
How?
By telling me all about Joe Larkin. What sort of man is he?
Well, well, I've always liked him. He always was nice to me, and, well, gosh, I just can't believe he'd kill his own brother.
Well, you can never tell about things like that, Jerry. That's one of the first things a good detective learns.
Yes, I know, but... Oh, gee whiz, Joe was always so calm and peaceful. Why, the only time I ever heard of his losing his temper was the time he... Holy cats.
What's the matter?
Listen, a few days before Charlie arrived in Berkeley, I dropped in to see Joe. He'd broken his glasses and, well, he explained that he received a letter from Charlie and that it made him so mad to think his brother was coming to stay with him that he pounded on the table where he laid his glasses. And, of course, he smashed them.
There, you see? That proves that he hated Charlie, that he intended...
Yeah, I know. But Joe wouldn't kill a man. Why, it'd be more like Charlie to do a thing like that. That Joe might have gotten... Ooh, wait a second.
What's the matter?
I've got a hunch. A crazy kind of a hunch. But if it's right, Joe will never collect that $50,000.
Stand by. All Junior G-men, stand by. Stand by for thrilling details concerning the next broadcast. Calling all Junior G-men to proceed at once to points of duty. Calling Junior G-man Jerry Knox to report to Director Donald Peterson at the next meeting on this station to continue the report concerning...
The Mystery of Cemetery Hill.